I'm Nsien, head coach of the U19 US Youth National Team. Yeah, right away you see the intangibles, like the kick can catch your eye, the communication is good. You try to look at the things away from the ball. The ball is only a minute or 2 minutes of what actually happens in the game. So you just try to find kids that are finding space, kids that are useful when they get the ball, efficient, and overall trying to affect the team in a positive way. Yeah, in the past for the U.S., we have 4 regional scouts. I think that's moved to 6. So basically covering all the quadrants of the United States plus the central areas. And we meet every week, whether that's in person or virtually. We have communication about players in everyone's region. So people that are standing out, I ask for feedback about players that obviously I know that I've worked with in the past, kind of how they're keeping their levels up. And also they introduce me to new players that we'll call discovery players. And we're just constantly working on our depth chart, how to improve the pool of each age group and obviously increase the quality. Yeah, me personally, in present, I'm not in that many games, but typically I spend most of my life on the laptop watching players because it's access via YouTube and other through MLS has certain systems that they use to give us video of every game. So whether it's youth games, 2 games, MLS games, I spend all day watching it. Yeah, the talent pool in the U19s is excessive. I mean, it's very good, really happy about it. We're preparing for World Cup qualifying, which takes place this summer, CONCACAF. We have players based all over Europe. We have players also in MLS academies. So it's a huge depth pool. The last camp starts this next week. We go to Argentina, play Argentina, Uruguay. That's going to give me the final solutions of my team going into CONCACAF in July. I would say first and foremost, development happens at different stages of everyone's life. When it's going well for you, don't think it's going to always there and take your foot off the gas. You have to stay consistent as long as possible. People see that. People look for consistency. Me personally, if I watch a player one time and he has a good game, I'm going to watch him 5 more times and make sure it's the same player. Sometimes development happens later. Sometimes you go through rough patches in terms of your growth physically. Maybe you're small at this moment. It changes 6 months. That dynamic changes how you move, those type of dynamics. It's important to stay positive, talk to yourself in a positive way, and continue to do the hard work. Like I said, consistency is key. To play at a high level, you have to do it for a long time for people to respect that. Okay, I'd probably go back more than that. I would say what happens before that, obviously we recruit a player, we're interested in a player, we invite him to camp. I spend a lot of time, whether that's on Zoom, me or my staff, just informally talking to a player, making sure we understand where they're at mentally, physically with their club team, how life is going, how family's going. There's a lot of pressure that comes with the responsibility of a national team player. They need to know that they have support of a coach when they come in, to trust the work that they're going to do, and that we respect them fully. And then they get into camp, and it's important that we know where they're at physically, so the load of the training they're accustomed to, and they can work within that load of training. But it's all about building up in preparation for the match. For us to identify a player, we have to feature them and get them exposure against good competition, and that's where we find out what they're about. So obviously we take them through our language, how we communicate, our principles in the federation, and then we take them through our style of play leading into the match. And then typically it's up to them to execute at that point.
Wow, awesome. Mike, I think that was perfect. Yeah, we're good.
Good.